of having sexual intercourse with his 16 years old daughter. The complaint communication was received on the 28th April 2021. On the 29th April 2021, Headquarters Armed Forces of Liberia directed the Military Police Criminal Investigation Service through Headquarters 23rd Infantry Brigade to conduct a full-scale investigation into a complaint of alleged violation of Article 120B, rape of the Uniform Code of Military Justice by Lieutenant Colonel Williams Yanko of the Armed Forces Training Command against 16 years old victim, daughter of Sergeant Roberts. On the 29th April 2021, the Armed Forces of Liberia High Command relieved Lieutenant Colonel Williams of his post as Commandant of the Armed Forces Training Command, AFTC. Also on the same date, Sergeant Roberts was recalled from the peacekeeping mission to aid the military police in the investigation. Based on the allegation, on the 22nd of April 2021, the victim's father instructed the elder sister, Miss Wilhelmina Diamond Roberts, to take the victim to Mrs. Jackie Wollongton Richards' house around the EAW general area. Sergeant Roberts' father instructed Mrs. Richards to take the victim for a medical checkup. On the 26th April, the victim was taken to the Sexual and Gender-Based Violence SGBV One-Stop Center at Dupero for medical examination by Mrs. Richards based on Sergeant Roberts' instructions. The medical examinations were conducted by a nurse at the Sexual and Gender-Based Violence SGBV One-Stop Center at Dupero. Investigation revealed that the medical report was read on 6 May 2021 in the presence of the AFL investigators, the Liberia National Police Women and Children Section Rep, and Mrs. Jackie Richards, the guardian. A copy of the report was submitted to AFL Military Police Criminal Investigators. The medical report was interpreted for the AFL investigators by its Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Zoe Power. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, the Military Police Unit, which is the investigative arm of the Armed Forces of Liberia, have now concluded the investigation and submitted its findings to the AFL High Command for further actions. The report is hereby submitted to the Ministry of National Defense for the Honorable Minister's review and subsequent actions as necessary. The AFL remains a force for good, upholding professionalism and discipline in line with the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia, the Uniform Code of Military Justice, and the National Defense Act of 2008. We appreciate the support from all our counterparts, especially the Liberian National Police during the period of this internal investigation. Thanks for your attendance.
Thank you, Honorable Chief of Staff. And we'll now take questions. Yanti Tuba from our OKFM.
Well, my name is Yanti Tuba for OKFM. Firstly, I read the part that talked about on April 29 that the Colonel
Williams?
Okay, the person who is making the claim was asked to come to the country from Malay, but what is it that he's yet to arrive in Liberia to deal with the investigation? And then the last time I checked that you guys said that the report was being submitted to you, but what specifically is this investigative report saying that the public needs to know?
So let me start. I think your question is like probably 3 in 1. First, I don't know where you got the information from. Sergeant Roberts arrived into the country on the 17th of May, and at the same time, it coincided with the preliminary report that came from the military police investigator. So I don't know where that comes from that he's not in the country. He's been there since the 17th. And to tell you what is in the final report, I will be jumping the gun in going ahead of the Minister of Defense. As you may be aware, the Minister of Defense is within the chain of command of the Armed Forces of Liberia. I don't want to get there to tell you what is in with all the boss. Come out. 10 of May, correct. Excuse me, correction. 10 of May. He arrived on the 10th of May.
Next question. Chorope?
Yes, thank you. Just the same question I could ask. The first report I received, the military police from the armed forces of Liberia said they were going to do investigation and then report to you. So as an official of the armed forces of Liberia, we actually expect on the public expect that you tell exactly what is the first report where it says exactly before they go into the Ministry of Defense. Don't you see necessary that you tell us exactly as an official representative of the AFL?
You know, this is a force of good, and I will keep telling you, we should not mind the issue of sentiments or the issue of being hasty. The issue is going by the law. According to the National Defense Act of 2008, it states in the chain of command, after the Commander-in-Chief, you have the Minister of Defense and the Chief of Staff. In that order of chain of command, we have to work as it dictates what the law says. I wish I could to tell you with all the Minister of Defense. But definitely we can assure you, just like we told you, on the 10th of May, the military police were tasked to submit the report. When they did the preliminary report on the 10th, we went to the public and we informed you that yes, my office have received the preliminary military report. Today I'm telling you the military police have concluded and the report, the findings, is being sent to the Minister of Defense. I can assure you, as more information concerning this, the Minister of Defense will definitely. You know this military, we got nothing to hide. It's a force of good.
Any other question? Okay, thank you. Member Chief, thank you.